Whether you want to add some bass to your stereo, or putting together a sound system from scratch but don't want the hassle of running various wires to an amplifier, or are just limited on space, the Rockford Fosgate Punch 8-inch 300-watt powered subwoofer might just be the perfect option for you. The Punch 308P comes as an all-in-one vented subwoofer enclosure with a 300-watt Class D amplifier and a low-impedance 8-inch subwoofer. At 11.4 by 17.6 by 5.6 inches, the compact package will fit in tight spaces and gives a powerful punch to your music. The only necessary wires for the 308P are a power, a ground, and a 2-wire speaker-level input. We'll show how simple the installation is and use an amplifier installation kit which includes a fuse-protected power wire with a battery ring terminal, a ground wire with a ring terminal, an amp remote turn-on wire, and RCA cables. Since the 800P has an auto turn-on feature and high-low inputs, we don't need to worry about running the remote lead wire or the RCA cables. The most difficult portion of the installation is going to be running a power wire from the battery to the enclosure. We start that process by routing the power wire from the battery, where we hook up the cable but pull out the fuse so that the cable does not short out while we're running it. A suitable spot is located. We run the cable through the front firewall, under the sill plate covers, and into the trunk. Along with the power cable, we also feed the remote cable for the bass control knob that is included with the subwoofer, following the power wire from the dash to the trunk. The installation of the knob and cable is not required, but we like the ability to control the amount of bass we want from the subwoofer, independently of the radio. In the trunk, we can now locate a good location for the ground cable. The paint is scraped clean to provide a metal-to-metal contact for the ring, and the ground cable is bolted in place. With the power and ground connections addressed, we can now work on supplying a signal to the built-in amplifier. Since we'll be using a speaker wire for the input signal, the RCA cable ends are cut off the input harness. We choose to use the left rear speaker wires for our install as they are easily accessible. So we cut the wires going to the speaker and splice in a length of speaker wire. The polarity of the added speaker wire doesn't matter, but make sure the original wires are not crossed. The speaker wire is routed down to the other cables and cut to length. And all the ends of the speaker, ground, and power wires are stripped. The ground and power wires are pushed into the Quick Connect power connector, noting the polarity marks, and the set screws are tightened down to hold the wires in place. The speaker wires are spliced to the input harness for the amplifier. The polarity of the speaker wire here doesn't matter, as we can switch the phase on the amplifier. We make sure that both positive wires for the amp connection are spliced together with one speaker wire input, and that both negative wires are connected with the other speaker wire. Once the wires are attached, the harness is connected to the amplifier, followed by the remote cable and the power connection. And note that all the wires can be easily disconnected if you need to remove the enclosure. Now we can make sure all the knobs and switches on the amplifier are set correctly. The high-low input is set at high, the remote turn-on is set at DC offset, the phase is set at 0, and the gain, the crossover, and the bass boost are all set at the halfway mark. At the driver's seat, the bass control knob is connected and set at the halfway point. Then the fuse for the power cable is installed, and everything's set and hooked up. The stereo is turned on, and we can see the power LED turn on. We can hear and feel that the subwoofer is working, and after a few moments of listening, we toggle the phase switch to 180, listen for a bit, switch it back, listening and determining for what position sounds better. Once that is done, all we have to do is secure the subwoofer, and the installation is complete. The owner of this car can now enjoy the added sounds and feelings that the lower frequencies of a subwoofer add to their music. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, give us a call or email us at info@classiccarstereos.com.